What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited for today's video because it is Taylor and Niall. I love and respect both of these artists so much, and this is live. Even better, right? So we're gonna check out them doing the song Slow Hands from the Reputation tour. So not only is this iconic, but also the iconic tour that we all can't wait to, you know, have another tour. Taylor, come on, you put out like 19 albums, but I'm really looking forward to this. Slow Hands is one of those tracks that, first off, I love Niall's discography. I think it is incredible. I'm a huge fan. It's the first album to me, although I love both of them. Heartbreak Weather is really good too, but the first album is the one that I find myself playing more frequently. This is the only song on that album that I have a beef with because I didn't like the production on it. I felt like the vocals, it just sounds weird because like he sounds so good. And I think the choice, because it was going to be a radio single, was to like do something production wise on his voice. And so I've never enjoyed that part of it. However, I'm a huge fan of the song live. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out from two people that I absolutely love. Before we get into today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Ryan over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much for all of your support for all this time. It's incredible. I also just want to plug my Patreon. I don't believe in sponsorships. I'm not going to sell you any bullshit, and I don't want to, you know, do ads and tell you to go make a website and all this other shit. So I have a Patreon, which means that my YouTube channel is 100% supported by the people that watch it. So I appreciate all of my Patreon supporters so much. I do a lot of exclusive content, and with these two people, including associated acts, I have so much exclusive content over there. We're talking full uncut watch parties, full uncut listening parties. I did the One Direction discography. I got Niall albums. I have Taylor's albums. Like, there's just a lot over there. So if you're interested in checking any of those things out, as well as supporting the channel, I love you. Link is in the description. With all the things out of the way, let's go ahead and check out Taylor and Niall live. Yes.
London, would you be excited if I told you that Niall Horan is here to play for you?
I know I would. Yeah, the live version of this is just far superior. Whoa, there's no guitar? Woo! There's just an overwhelming feeling of emotion that you get sometimes when you see two people that you really like, that you really respect, perform together. It happens a lot in music more frequently these days because we get collaborations all over the place. But like, there's something special about, especially on like a tour, there's something special about actually getting to see these moments happen. It's like, you love everyone on the stage so goddamn much. It just like, it's just overwhelming, man. I don't know. I'm speechless about it because like, they're such cool people, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and rant about how much I love these people, but they're such cool people. And like, to see, you know, them in this setting, but then know like where they're at with their careers even further now in like modern day, like, it's just fucking cool to me. I don't know. Yeah, I want you, baby, so. Woo! Yes! Yes! So sick! Also, I think there's a couple things I love. Obviously, watching the 1989 tour on Patreon, I fell in love with not only just Taylor's live performances, but when she has collaborations and guests, the amount of love and effort that she puts into it. I'm not going to go into it too much because I've talked about it so much on this channel, but I just think that like she like really treats people that come to do these collaborative efforts with her with so much respect and like really makes them feel at home. And like, because I know the two of them are just like so cool, like just seeing the smiles on the stage is everything. Like it's radiating such a great vibe. Uh-oh. Yes. Also, maybe this is just every Taylor show that we've watched, but like she has such a great time on stage, like literally just like dancing and grooving and vibing, and she doesn't care who's watching. And I think that is something that we can all sort of be inspired by. Like, you know what? Just fucking enjoy your life, live your life. It doesn't matter if you're in a stadium full of people. It doesn't matter if you're doing similar dance moves all the time. The point is, it's a celebration of doing what you love. And I think there's something to be like inspired by in that. I know I for sure have definitely been more comfortable with who I am and some of the things that I do or the things I want to do simply from listening to more Taylor Swift. That may seem absolutely ridiculous, but I know a lot of you can agree with that. Yes! Yeah! Oh, Taylor, I love you! Yes, to an entire stadium! So sick. Damn. I just have this soft spot for when artists that I love work with artists that I love. It's like you put all your energy into an artist and you're like, man, you buy everything and you fucking talk about them and you get so excited. And you also do that for another artist too. And then they're on the same stage together. And what I love about a lot of these performances is just, and not just this one in particular, but just what I've seen throughout Taylor's guest appearance people that she has, is Taylor does such a good job like allowing that person to really have their moment, have the stage. She's there to just hype them up. She'll take a verse or she'll take a couple lines or whatever, but really the whole purpose of this is, hey, you're all here. I have my friend here. Here you go. That friend happens to be Niall, who just so happens to be one of the coolest people in music. And one thing that I love about him is that he is one of those people inspired by a lot of classic rock and things like that. He just like really radiates a vibe on stage that like you can't help but get excited about. Like the way he just like walks around stage and his live voice, in my opinion, especially with a track like this, is just hands down, this is always better than the original. And I love that because he is an artist that has such a wide range of vocals and like the different styles we've heard from the One Direction years even until more recent stuff is incredible to me, because he's really like coined various moments in his voice, including like the soft rock approach, which I actually am such a fan of when Niall does it. But when he gets on stage, he's so good at like adding more emotion, a little bit of rasp, a little bit of his like vocal moments come out in a way that like you can't help but just be excited about. And you can see him like he's having the time of his life. You know, sometimes you look at musicians that have been doing things for a while, and like Niall had this incredible career already, and then he got into his solo work and had an even more incredible career. And like, to see the longevity of that, to see someone to be able to be in the spotlight that much is both incredible, but also very easy to get burnt out on things, especially, you know, Niall was so young. One Direction gets together, they worked so hard, and I think that even if you're not a fan of that group, you cannot exist without showing the respect, even if you don't like them. Respect the art form and the amount of work that they put into that group. I often, you know, people will just write them off as being a boy band, and it's kind of like, oh, there's a boy band, I'm not listening to that. And like, I was guilty of that, right? A handful of years ago, I had never even really heard a song from them before. So when I think about, and like judging off of the documentaries that I've seen, when I saw what they put into it, yeah, it'd be really easy to be burnt out and jaded on the music industry as a whole. But to see Niall showing up to performances happy, excited, wanting to play the music, I talk about this with artists. It's like, if you have been doing this for so long, it's so easy to like just be over it. But the fact that he always shows up ready and like excited to do things and happy about it, even going as far as, you know, promoting this on this tour, even to more recent stuff, like he's always putting all of his effort in. We're all waiting, Niall, for you to deliver us a new track or the new album. You know, he teases on Twitter all the time that he's always writing. Well, that's great. We want to hear it, but not until you're ready. And then of course, Taylor, just being the great host she is. One, reputation, iconic tour, sold out all these stadiums, incredible comeback that she had. I actually did the full reaction to this on YouTube in like 2019 or something, and it was really cool to see the attitude that she brought to this. But the fact that like this was already an incredible show and everyone in this audience just got a Niall performance as well is fucking awesome to me. So I'm always going to be a fan of moments like this, especially when it's two people that I love. So I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan over on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support, and this video was fucking awesome. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.